What's going on, Captain Cat? Good morning to you. Or kind of morning, I guess. Making sure the jack stands are all good still. Got a pretty bad power steering leak. I think it's the hydraulic ram under this thing. Let's see here. Been sitting here for about 2 days. I filled up all the fluids, ran it for a while, and parked it. So that should hopefully leave some good traces on where she's been leaking. If I can find a flashlight that works. It is definitely a good little Mustang. It's the right color, too. They always look good in blue. And Roy Clark, good morning to you, if it's morning wherever you are. It's still kind of the morning for me. I'm having a hell of a time trying to find a flashlight. See if I can diagnose this power steering leak. One of the last things this car needs to get fixed. Let's see here. Oh! Oh! Whoa! The fuck? Whoa! All right, well, that wasn't hard to find. Let me show you guys my findings. And Roy, yeah, it's nice, you know. I got a little shop here, a little mom and pa type business, and all we do is the old stuff underneath this cover. Well, kind of hard to tell, but it's this truck, but in a much better color. Much better truck, too. Still the factory 6-cylinder. This thing here has been mutilated with a V8. 440 4-speed Roadrunner. Got some good stuff. Oh, and Captain, yeah, this car is jacked up. So the people recently bought this, and they've been having problems with it. But here's my leak on the ground after it sat for a day. Well, a couple days. So we're not too bad there. Okay, so it needs a hose. But there are chunks of this hose missing. Okay, we're not. So here's the hydraulic ram that does your steering. And it doesn't look so bad. Okay, we got a torn boot, you know. But then, see that red bushing? There should be another one on the other side. And Shazam! Look at that thing. Jeez Louise, it got hit by something to bend that stud. This is all hardened steel shaft inside there. Oh, this thing cooked, man. And then, oh. Whoa, hang on, I see something else. So he was having a problem with his like reverse lights and stuff. Here's the wiring harness coming off his transmission. That tells the, it's like a rheostat connected to this. The shifter's up there, and the shifter moves the rheostat. But, gee, I wonder if those wires were melting on the exhaust here. Oof. Damn. This thing's all jacked up. Look at that. There should be a big bushing right there. And there's not. Man, that took a good hit from something. Well, I think I'm going to call my customer and recommend that we do pretty much all the hoses and the ram. And the hoses up here look pretty good. That's coming from the power steering pump. So these two main hoses might be all right. But I will have to shorten the return hose a little bit just to get rid of that cut up area. Man. Well, I was hoping this would be a simple fix, but I don't think we're going to be fixing this today. Yeah. Do. All right. Well, I'm going to call and see if I can get some of these parts coming. Yeah, I dialed the wrong number twice. The old number. No, it should be around like a typical type of ram or linear manufacturer. Yeah, it's a big long piston type thing. It's got stuff on one side and a tire rod type piece on the other side. What else did you let them shop? Well, I just called my customer to let him know that we're having problems. He didn't pick up. So unfortunately, without getting my customer's approval, I can't really start pulling these parts. But what I can do is at least try to find the parts, get a price and availability. If he goes to pick them up, that saves me the errand, but I don't get to make the markup on the parts, which is fine. You know, either or. I'd rather have him go get it than me, you know, close down my shop for 2 hours and run around and go get it. So, bummer, man. Well, I guess for now, what I could do is finish up the turn signal wiring, which he's already approved. Unfortunately, I'm missing one little piece for the steering column that cancels the blinkers. So I guess we're going to make the blinkers work. I'm going to leave the steering wheel off for now. But I'm missing the cancel cam, which inside here, right on top of that spring, is a little plastic piece. And whenever you turn the steering wheel, it cancels the blinkers, turns them off. But at least for now, I can wire up the blinkers. And, you know, get this guy rolling. So I'm going to put you on the passenger seat while I struggle and hate life. Oh, actually, you know what? I can put you right here on the door. If I can figure out how to work my little camera mount thing. There we go. That's good and level. Oh, my phone wants to fall. God damn phone thing. I gotta put some kind of weight. Hang on, I'm still trying to figure out the mounting situation. All right, we're in business. Oh, I just zoomed. Sorry, everybody. There we go. I am not tech savvy, so I'm just mashing at the buttons here. Oh, there's my flashlight. Anyways, there are 8 wires there, and I've got to connect them to the car. So that's going to be just so much fun. I got my little butt connectors. Now the unfortunate thing is with the car jacked up in the front, the door won't stay open. So that's awesome. I think I'm going to try to bungee cord it somewhere. I've got a bungee cord. Now we're going to go over here like this. Clamp the other side of the bungee cord to, I guess, this shelf. All right, we find wire strippers. All right, guys, we got wire strippers. We've got butt connectors. I'm going to go ahead and strip all the wires first, make sure they're not touching anything. And then I'll plug in the battery. And if the car catches on fire, you'll be the first to see it. Well, I'll be the first, but... So, we've got a flashlight. Yay. Move some stuff out of the way. that goes by my shop here on a motorcycle at about 70 miles an hour. We're on an industrial road. A lot of flatbeds that pull out. And that would sure hurt to find the side of one. So let's hope he never does that. I'm going to unscrew the turn signal arm, just so I don't bump it and break the new turn signal switch that took for frickin' ever to install. After I strip these wires, well, yeah, I gotta cut them all, strip them all. I'm gonna clean the wires on the car really good because I'm kind of hoping they're all the same color. Hey, what's going on? How's Dad doing? He's doing good. Less and less pain each day.
Okay, just really stop to see how he's doing. So is it better in here now? Yeah. Looks like we were through all the starter stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a scrap guy that moved by and take some stuff. About 200 pounds of copper and iron there. This is not worth my drive down to get it recycled.
Yeah, it's like one of the kids and everything. There's no place to take them to.
You have to go down to Spitzer all the way out to Sacramento.
There's a place in Roseville I ran into. I had to check it out. It's got a big sign in back of one of the stores. But any place wants you to save everything full weight and the scan it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm just running over here once a week.
Yeah, no. Heck no. I'm just trying to finish up this Mustang, get it out of my life.
Oh, come on.
That's wiring. Under dash wiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing about electric cars, do you?
Yeah, no. Well, the only electric cars I know of are the RC type.
Yeah, the one guy you know just put a new battery in his Honda or something, and it went bad again. They want $500 just to scan it. And then after they scan it, they don't know what's wrong with it.
If they don't know what's wrong with it, they should give that 500 back.
Yeah, well, they don't do that. Or they replace something that doesn't fix it. You know, it's one of those, we got 12 things, we'll start, you know.
Yeah.
That $500, but if you scan it one time and it didn't work, say scan it for next time you come in.
Yeah. Yeah, at least give you credit back on that thing.
Free.
Oh, that's the first problem. That's Toyota.
Let me know when you want to get that.
Yeah, your furrow leak and front struts.
Yeah. That's the thing. Try tightening the pan.
Yeah. Yeah, I can tighten the pan, maybe some of the timing cover and the valve cover cloth.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Just to give them all a week. I have to agree with you on that.
Now it's running around 12.
What are you pissed for?
I don't know what. That's just that one part causing all the problems. You know, the one that you said is under warranty.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I understand that.
People bring them back, bring them back. Drag the paint. Oh, that's money. Sorry.
There is some of that, not a whole lot, but some.
Yeah, I had the first thing out 2 days ago. I got a pain right in here. It hurt so bad. I thought I was having a heart attack. It just seemed like for about 5 hours. And then finally went away. And I was taking my oxy, trying to get the pain to go away.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't breathe for half the day. And now it's all gone. It's still gone. So that's craziest thing. I'm going to go to the hospital and rack up a bunch of pills for them to say, you know, because I know I have some bones in here that rub into
See you later. All right, now we're armed with 2 flashlights and that one that's down there. All right, let's strip these wires down. And let's hope that we have all the right corresponding colors. Otherwise, I gotta do a little plug and play. 1 wire stripped. 2 wires stripped. Wish I'd left them about 1 inch longer. 3 wires stripped. I am so glad I have the battery unplugged right now because there are wires touching everything. All right, here comes the fun angles, so I can get in there and see what the hell I'm doing. 4 wires stripped. 4 more to go. Those wires out of my face before I get poked in the eyeball. Not be good to get a little piece of copper in the old retina. You guys ever had your eyeball drilled out from getting a piece of metal in it? It is definitely not fun. Got a couple more wires to go. More. This is an awful angle. The rocker molding here is right up inside my ribs. Ow. All right. Now, when I put these wires in through the steering column, I used a bicycle brake cable, and I can't get the brake cable out. So I think we're just gonna snip it, just like that. That wire is just going to have to stay inside there. Now I guess I'll cut all these wires. Yeah, we've got an orange and an orange. We've got green with orange trace. We've got green with an orange trace. We have green with white trace. We have green with white trace. I guess that used to be yellow at some point. Yeah, it looks like we got all the same wires, same colors. So we're going to go ahead and give these a little... Well, actually, before I cut them, I can put all the butt connectors on the car side. And then maybe, just maybe, all these wires will just kind of temporarily stab in. Oh, phone's ringing. That's a motor guy over here. Yeah, I did. Well, I found the source of your leak. Something happened to the steering ram, it looks like. Sure. To the steering ram. You have a hydraulic ram that pushes the tires left and right whenever you steer. And the end of the ram is bent and it's leaking like crazy. Yeah, if it was making a grumbling noise, that's because... Yeah, the ram is no good, and the hoses One hose looks pretty good. There are several hoses. One with a big chunk taken out, so it looked like maybe it hit a block of wood on the freeway or something. Because yeah, where the ram is bent is a very hard piece to bend. It's hardened steel, about 3/8 of an inch thicker. That little Mustang place near you should have it. It's the power steering ram. Correct. And a lot of the hoses, although some look good, some look bad, there are, I believe, I think three main hoses that go to it. They should sell also a hose kit. And while the ram's off, it'd be a good time to change those hoses out. No, I don't know if a block of wood hit the underside of the car on the freeway or something, but these hoses on that ramp got pushed pretty hard. Correct. Correct, yeah, Roger, Alpha, Michael. They should have a hose kit, and it'll be just simply called power steering hose kit. Perfect. That sounds great. If you do get them, you come over here. I can show you what I got going on here. That seems to have been completely gone. So just tightening up some stuff did seem to work. The leaks that I was seeing was just from the power steering wheel. Yeah, I've got like almost a 2-foot puddle underneath the car right now. Yeah, from the steering ram and the hoses. You know, that one I still haven't found anything yet. I think what might have happened is one of the targets into some water got stuck somewhere, and there's supposed to be a drain. Oh boy. Okay. And then I'll dig further into it. I put my so I'll just carry on with trying to find that. Yeah. Once the belt's all back on, it works fine. Oil pressure gauge reads accurately. It goes up to about midway on full right. It works, but not how accurate it is. I still haven't driven it yet. I've got my GPS at home I was going to bring with me. Yeah, they sell several gears for it. Gears that go to the transmission. They go in and out in like 5 minutes. They're real easy to change. And they use colors, like yellow is 21.2, blue is 22. And if the speedometer reads too fast, we put a bigger gear on it to slow it down. If the speedometer reads too slow, we put a smaller gear on it to speed it. So that's how it's called. That I might be able to do. Oh, I'm still looking at having you out. If I had that ran, even tomorrow, I'd probably have you guys gone by Friday. Sure. Of next week before you go up to Hot Dogs Nights? Perfect. No, I will take care of your van. Don't worry. Anytime, any day. I don't care what I'm doing. I'll make it before you go up. I think it passes through there. Your temp gauge, it kind of goes from your center constant thing, and and through the doghouse, and it screws on somewhere, probably on the front of the engine. This, about an hour. I'll have to pull out your passenger seat, pull out the doghouse, pull apart the center console. Oh, just like get the doghouse all the way out of my way. So it's not too big a deal. Not too bad. But I can do it while you wait. He's doing good. He's in a lot less pain. Again, he's still yeah. Correct. Yeah, he's just started. Yeah, the oxycodone, he was doing about, I think, 5 of them a day. I think he's down to like 3 of them a day or so. So, yeah, that back surgery is bad. Then I try to find them on somewhere on the internet. It might take a week or 2 to get them here. Yeah. No, I've tried them all already in my area. That sounds good. I'll be here. That sounds good. 10-4. All right, guys. It looks like my customer is looking for the power steering ram. He lives out in an area that has a big Mustang warehouse. So I think we're going to be able to get the ram today and get this thing gone by Friday, because Wednesday next week, he is looking at taking this thing up to Hot August Nights, about 2-hour drive from here, and leaking that much power steering fluid ain't going to be good. And Lego car enthusiasts, good morning to you. This is just a good old Mustang. 6.5, relatively stock. So this morning, to catch you up, the customer had some problems with the car, got a lot of them fixed, overheating issues. So I put the aluminum radiator in a while back. But now we've got a severe power steering leak. Looks like something got hit on the freeway. The ram is bent and some of the hoses are cracked badly. So while he's trying to find those parts, I am under the dash suffering and just getting ready to connect those wires because I put a new blinker switch in. And that's where we are. Nothing too exciting today, but if I connect these wires backwards and the car catches on fire, you guys get a good show. Now, the only problem I'm having, just earlier today, I had my little wire, the little butt connectors. Now, I'm hoping, before I snip and cut all these wires, that they can stab in. All right, so we're going to put butt connectors on the car side. And then I'm going to temporarily stab in all these wires, make sure everything works blinker-wise. Do-do-do. We got one good crimp. I think after this car goes and I get paid, I should probably get myself some better LED lights, huh? I mean, I can see like a hawk in the dark, but this is just kind of, I'd like to have more light. I want to see the light just one more time. I've really got to oil my wire crimpers, I think. All right, a few more wires to crimp on. Then we can temporarily plug in all the blinker switch stuff, plug the battery back in the car, and see if we have turn signals. Couple more wires to go. Three more wires. Well, hopefully my customer can find that power steering ram in the hose kit. So I'd like to have this car ready for him by hot August nights. And we are down to the wire. No pun intended, because I'm doing wiring. And it's not a big deal. You know, he says if the car makes it in time for the show, great. If not, he's got several others. He's got a pretty good little collection. Nothing too crazy. That's the money bell ringing. All right, we got our wires crimped. We're gonna plug orange to the orange. Let's see, that's green with white trace. We got green. With white trace. I don't think these butt connectors are gonna work. I'm gonna have to cut them off. I don't like these ones. These are the short ones. Blue with no trace. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna get different butt connectors. Those things are a piece of crap. They were unusually short, and I knew I should not have used them. Hey, Skyler, here, Country Motors. Hey, I ordered for you guys a few days ago a pack of blue butt connectors for putting two wires together. The ones that were sent are just completely they're a little bit shorter than regular, and they just do not work at all. I got 8 of them all prepped on, and they're all 6. Yeah, normal ones are like an inch and an eighth long or whatever. Perfect, yeah, pack of those would be great, please. Perfect, thank you much. All right, well, we got a different pack of butt connectors coming. The ones that I got, they are just complete junk. Yeah, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, they're a little shorter than usual, and I thought we'd be fine, but there's no stop in the middle of them. So, of course, the wire goes through, and if you have it too far in, you can't put a wire on the other side anymore. So we're going to go ahead and cut all the, I mean, I can't even stab those in temporarily to test everything. So we're going to go backwards again and cut all those butt connectors off, crimp the wires again, and hopefully get the right butt connectors on the next round. All right, snippy, snippy. Well, it sucks now is even my wires are even shorter. Now I did leave them pretty long. And these wires were the old ones going to the blinker switch, so the plug is still inside the, a little bit higher up than my hand by a few inches. But we're going to recrimp these or recut them. Backwards man, the backwards man. Two more to cut. Three more. Money bell's ringing, but I'm not getting out of this position. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, and here's the 8th wire. And in a few minutes, hopefully, I'll have my new butt connectors here. And we can put this thing together, see if the blinkers work. Boy, that is not a fun angle, I tell you. Well, it appears I don't have any butt connectors floating around. Just checked my little wiring inventory back there in that little goodie. Well, what else can I work on? Let's see. We have no butt connectors for that, so I can't do anything with that. We have no steering ram or hoses, so I can't do anything with that. I'm still waiting on a customer to call back in regards to some questions I had about his motor swap that I'm doing. So I guess, well, let's see. Oh, and in case you guys haven't seen, so usually I do the old stuff, but my own personal cars, they're all freaks. So this thing here was T-boned really hard. So I'm just like having fun with some scrap metal and Bondo and some fiberglass stuff and making like a 90s vaporwave beach buggy type thing. So that's been fun. Like, yes. Oop. There we go. While I'm waiting on parts for all my customer cars, I guess I might as well do some shitty work on my car. One of my little tweaks. So if you guys want to see someone do body work with an angle grinder, stay tuned. Oh yeah, and spray foam. So I did put a gas cap. Yeah, you can see it right here. Because the gas cap used to be over here on the car. Well, now that we don't have the rest of the car, I've got the body work all done here and all over here. We're feeling pretty good. My fender flares, I think I'm going to add a little bit more Bondo right here. There's a couple little low spots. That whole crevice is done. So I think what we got to do is Bondo up this edge. Bondo a little bit right here. And I think I'll try to use some fiberglass reinforced filler over there. I just got to find my blower so I can blow all the dust out of the crevices, and we'll get some Bondo on her. All right, we got an air blower. Oh, money bell. It's a gosh dang telemarker again. All right, so we've already got everything all sanded down with, I think, a 60 grit in a lot of spots. So that'll be fine to grab the Bondo. So now, let's blow off this counter here. And mix up some Bondo. Also, something really fun to do with an air gun. You can make squeak noises. That's all I got. All right, guys, we got our cardboard, we got our Bondo, we got our screwdriver, rag, and hardener. So with Bondo, yummy. Make sure there's nothing on my screwdriver. Gonna go ahead and mix this up a little bit. I also make sure I got a spreader at the ready. So I can be the Bondini master. Spreading good wishes and Bondo everywhere. All right, we've got our Bondo spreader. So I'm going to stir this up a little bit. There's no hardener in here yet. I like to mix up small batches, do it in kind of thin layers. So first, let's see, let me angle the camera a little down. So people always weigh their Bondo. And I think this is a complete waste of time. Now, this doesn't get you the most accurate mixture. It usually starts setting up really quick. But see the Bondo I've got there? I don't know, maybe 6 tablespoons. We're going to need our hardener here. And the generic rule of thumb that I've noticed with like fiberglass reinforced fillers, Bondo, stuff like that. Let's get you zoomed in. If your Bondo's in kind of like a somewhat uniform circle, all you have to do is take your hardener and run a strip about 3/4 the way through. And that should get you in the ballpark. It's not going to be a perfect mixture. It's going to set up probably pretty freaking quick. But that's okay, because we're only making small amounts at a time, so it's okay if the Bondo spreads or hardens quickly. So to mix it all in, you just kind of sit here and fiddle with it and wipe it down. Once you get ready to spread the Bondo, I like to kind of go slow with it and push down and out, get some of the air bubbles out. And you'll see here, there's quite a bit of hardener still up here, so we're going to go to the edge of the cardboard. Then we're going to scoop that up. Okay, our Bondo is mixed. Let's spread it on this piece of shit. We zoomed out all the way. Yes, we are. Now we're going to do there's something inside that Bondo. I'm going to wipe it off over there on the tire. Okay, now we got our thin layer. We're going to come up and smooth it all out. Okay. Now the edges, there's never a good way to do this, but I just like to smear it all on. Especially because this Bondo is already starting to tack up, but I'm kind of pushing down and into the crack. Well, not really much of a crack. It's just a big seam that I didn't feel like welding. Especially because it would probably inevitably just warp all this metal. Not like I care all that much. But I'm just trying to get a good thick layer of Bondo inside that crevice. This metal is a 16 gauge, so I'll probably carve it out with a angle grinder just to get all the big stuff off. And then we'll block it. We use a hard block going this way and that way, so it leaves a nice sharp edge. Okay, Bondo's already starting to tack up quite a bit, but that's why we mix small amounts. That's all the waste I've got. Now, I always do it on cardboard. A lot of people have those fancy, stupid-ass aluminum or stainless goodies. Yeah, cardboard's probably not the best, but I can turn around and use the other side once I clean that area off. All right, so there's more Bondo on the goodie. Relatively smooth out. We got a good line coming down here. Good lines all the way across. I just got to do the final sand on this area. And then in about maybe half an hour, this whole top edge will be good to go. There's a hole right there. I'm not going to fix that. You know why? Because I just ain't paid enough to care. All right, we're going to take some carb spray and clean off our Bondo spatula. Am I still zoomed in? There we go. That's better. Now I just need some carb spray before the shit really sets up. Starting fluid, that'll be fine. Yeah, always keep your Bondo spreader nice and clean. And if you get like a little nick in it, anywhere on the leading edge, just throw it away or sand it down. Because that little nick will come back to haunt you. All right. And it's crazy, this is a very old can of starting fluid. And it takes off the Bondo so much better than our new stuff does. Or at least for the California regulation stuff that we've got. There we go. Everyone loves a clean spreader. Do-do-do. Well, with the Bondo in this whole corner done, all that leaves me is to do that corner of the car. I've already got the fenders both taken care of. That's where a big gap used to be, because this car will not have doors. And it looks ugly on this side here, where the sheet metal comes over, but on the other side, you can see the shape that it's supposed to be. Conforms really nicely. I got all the plastic trim going back on it. Did some metal work all the way across the top. So yeah, all this car is supposed to be is just like a super fun little, dink around toy. It's got air conditioning and an automatic with overdrive. Battery's dead right now. But that's the color I'm thinking, with some white and pink, like stripes or something like that. So I think that'll make for a pretty good little like summer toy. Even though the summer's halfway done, I procrastinated a lot and didn't get the car finished. But yeah. Plus, being that it's a Toyota, I super do not care about it. I hate Toyotas, pretty much all of them. Love their fit and finish, love their styling. They looked way ahead of anyone else, Nissan and Chevrolet, all through the 2000s, early 2000s. But at the end of the day, it's a Toyota, and I hate Toyotas, so I'm going to continue cutting this pile of crap apart. I don't even know why I saved it. It was a $250 car that got T-boned, like super bad. So you cut off the bad and weld on some corrugated roofing. And you've got yourself, well, a piece of shit that's been cut in half and has a whole bunch of corrugated roofing attached. Snack time. Shop snack, shop snack. Shop snack. Them cold bottles are calling my name, but I think we're going to have to skip that for now. For now, a root beer will do. Almost time to go out and get a new pack of cigarettes. Do-do-do. That's the other thing, too. After blowing the car off and getting all the Bondo dust, gets in your nose like crazy. Cheers and salute to everybody. Wish I was having a different kind of beer. Man, the chat is pretty damn quiet. Lego car enthusiast, if you're there, say hi and check out my channel. I build with Connects. I'm a Connects car enthusiast. So if you got a YouTube channel with if you're with your builds and you're posting, I'd love to check it out, man. I don't know exactly how to do that while my phone's on live. The fact that I can turn on my phone and figure out how to make it go live is surprising enough. Well, the chat is super quiet. What's everyone doing today? Anything good? I mean, hopefully everyone's having a good day and enjoying themselves. Nice adult beverage if you're of age to drink one of those. Yeah, and pardon all the, that's all RTV, like silicone sealant. Just anytime I'm working with something, I'm like, that's good. That's good there. So all my shirts have like a million of these little stains. We're up to 7 viewers. Well, 11 viewers. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you guys for joining in. I'm just taking a short cigarette break, and then we're getting back to that Mustang. And I don't know if you could see it. I can't see my phone screen, but that piece of shit Toyota that I'm turning into like a vaporwave 90s beach buggy type thing. So, yeah, it's going to be a day of wiring and bodywork. My 2 least favorite things to do. Have you guys had the Great Value root beer? It's delicious and creamy. It actually is. It's pretty damn good. Just needs a little bit of a vanilla liqueur in it. That'd be great. Be like a root beer float, but for adults. Do you guys know a way that so I can see the chat and I can scroll, but I can't write anything on the chat? In case anyone's watching but can't hear or doesn't want their volume up, what have you. I guess I got to figure out how to do that. If you guys had to choose, would you do wiring or body work? Like if you had to do it for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, had to be stuck with one, which one would you rather do? And wiring, we're talking more old school car stuff. So, the wires are brittle. The schematics are not in color. But at least there's not very many wires. I don't know, man. That's a tough choice. I think I'd rather do body work. Body work sucks. But wiring sucks more. Although bodywork, I'm feeling it on my fingers. The Bondo is just everywhere. I try not to get any of the Bondo on me, but I don't wear gloves. That's one rule I have as a mechanic, unless the car is one of those, where there's spit and tobacco all over the floor and steering wheel. Other than that, I'd never wear gloves. So, of course, I get all the Bondo shit on my hands and under the nails. No matter how little you try to touch it, it gets on you. Okay, about 2 minutes, and we're going back to, the Bondo's not going to be hard by that time. But hopefully I get some butt connectors here so we can finish up this Mustang behind y'all. So, because if we can get those wires done on that Mustang, get the turn signal switch to work, all I got to do is fix the power steering ram, and the car's good to go, which means I get paid. Which also means that I can do my Connects giveaway. So, yeah, I got to put together a kit sometime soon, next few days, and do my Connects giveaway. There was a gentleman that said hi, but I cannot read the language that it's in. Being that I can't do anything with the chat, is there a way for me to translate what was said inside the chat? And what's going on, car guy? How you doing? Hopefully your day is going mighty fine. I got to sneeze. Bondo sneeze. Yep, back on the Mustang today. Yeah, let me show you, dude. I didn't see this on the goodie last time. Grab my flashlight. Yeah, my customer said we didn't hit anything on the freeway. Let's see here. So there's a nice little puddle under there, and it's pretty clear. And it kind of feels like brake fluid, but it's definitely thicker than that. Well, the surprise that I came up to was, look at that. I had just put 2 new bushings on this thing, the red polyurethanes, like maybe 5 months ago, 7 months ago. And they complained about some slop in the steering. Well, that bushing's gone. And look how freaking bent that shaft is. That thing got torqued. And on top of that, look at that little chunk missing out of the hose. So my customer is going to try to find, he lives in an area that has a Mustang warehouse type place. He's going to bring me the ram and the full hose kit. But yeah, this thing got roached. But the whole car needs a lot of work. I mean, look at that control arm bushing. I mean, those ones are good. Strut bar bushings are good. Not a bad car, but they said they didn't hit anything on the freeway. I'm like, man, a block of wood or something hit that, because we also have some wear marks on the tie rod adjusting sleeve. Oh, look. And a dent in the pan that looks relatively new. Yeah, can you see? I don't know if there we go. That might be a better. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so look at that gash. Something just whack. And then whack. Yeah, this thing got roached. And then, right? Someone's got to know something, because I had this car here several months ago and it didn't leak a drop of anything. Luckily, my customer's really chill. He's like, whatever happens, happens. You know, I'll get the parts, because he's retired, so he can drive around and, you know, get stuff. And then we're kind of back on this thing. I just spread just one more little layer of Bondo. I had a couple of low spots right here at the top of the fender. And I filled up this little crevice. There's a whole bunch of welds on the inside, but I still had like 16th inch gap. So we just put a crap ton of Bondo on it. And in a while, I'm just going to take a hard block and go this way, go that way, so it's a nice sharp-ish edge. Because this edge will be getting covered, I think, with I'm going to make like some kind of like vinyl padded covering for it that matches the gray of the upholstery. And I don't know if you saw it on the last one, but here's what color it'll be. Like a nice little aqua. That with a few white and bright pink stripes. Car's going to be super retro looking. And how do I zoom in? There we go. Inside that corrugated roofing area right here, I'm going to have the word Beatnik made and vinyl. That way the word looks like it's doing all the, you know, the typical 90s flair stuff that it did. Well, the dude that's driving it, he's, I think he's probably early 70s, I'd say. And it's just, yeah, no kids. Well, no kids that live with him or near him, I guess. Yeah, they don't know what happened, and I know I didn't do it because, well, I haven't driven the car in like 6 months, and it was fine last time I saw it. So yeah, it's mainly his wife's to drive, so you know, take that as you will. You know, they're relatively elder. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking like, I mean, it has to be a block of wood or maybe a ladder on the freeway, because that gouge on the oil pan, that was a pretty hard hit. I mean, it scratched right through, and it's a steel oil pan. Scratched it up pretty damn deep. I don't know, maybe a chunk of concrete, who knows. Exactly. He's like, yeah, just get it on the road, get it fixed. He is taking the car to Hot August Nights, hopefully next week. Hopefully with this car, but he's so chill. He's like, hey, if the car's not done, I got others, and he does. He's got some pretty good. He's got some pretty good little collection of just kind of oddballs. The money bell is ringing with another spam call. Well, I wish I had something interesting to show you guys for me to do right now. There's just, yeah, I'm waiting for the customer to get parts for this thing inside for the turn signal switch. I'm just waiting on some butt connectors to come. Doing a motor swap outside. Let me show you guys where I am with this motor swap. So the customer blew up the engine. Him and his grandson changed out the motor, but they just strictly put the motor in. So it came to me just with a, bare naked engine sitting there bolted up to the transmission, and just boxes of parts with not one label on anything. So all the bracketry I had to figure out. I got some mix match bolts, but the guy wants it done quick and cheap. So I'm just waiting on a few gaskets to come here for this. And then I got to break in that engine, which I really hate doing. 30 minutes at 2300 RPM, hoping the thing holds together. But I will get him to sign a waiver. The motor came from ATK, and unfortunately, there's nothing in here about how to break in the engine, how they want the engine to be broken in. Oh, and it looks like we got butt connectors. Yeah, no, this truck's in pretty damn good shape. It was painted like 20 years ago, so it's not the original. But pretty good old square body. All right, guys, well, we got butt connectors. So I'm going to go ahead and put you all back up on the tripod thing. We're going to get back into here. I'm going to put the camera right about there again. And I'm going to suffer doing those wires. And yeah, it is definitely a big block. Good old 454. As soon as I find my tripod thing. Hang on one second. Good afternoon to you. Very good. Yay, those butt connectors will work.
Okay.
You need an autograph or anything?
No.
Oh, well, fine. Be that way.
Yeah, well, how's your? I just been up
Going pretty good. Just trying to clear out the herd. A little bit here and there.
funny. Never knew you had.
Exactly.
Oh, I lost this.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of those treasures being found, I tell you.
There was some.
Most of it went to the dumps.
Yeah. Okay. Hey.
Thank you much. Bum, bum, bum. All right. We got butt connectors. So now we're going to put this thing all together, this Mustang here. These are the butt connectors I like here. Dorman part number right there. And they're the kinds that have like a little heat shrink stuff on them. And good, there's 10 of them in here. I need 8. So I'm gonna get you all set back up on that door. Let's see here. And I will finally finish up the wiring. I took a little hiatus from this car. All right, I'm gonna grab a light and get them butt connectors butted. I've already got the wires stripped, luckily. Lights, camera, not a lot of action. Just a short fucking mechanic bending into stupid ass locations to put some wires on. And my wire strippers are acting all stupid. There we go. One wire butt connected. I would normally like to solder these, but the customer just said to kind of keep the price down, so that's what we're gonna do. That's two of them. Mr. Bill, Mr. Bill! I got some mail for you I was going to bring over.
Okay. How do you get the camera going?
Oh, yes. Just doing a YouTube live.
Oh. Thanks. How's Dad doing?
Doing good. Okay. Healing surely, but slowly.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. I got a rototiller.
Okay.
And when I go to pull to start it, it won't move.
Okay.
It won't move. So I think the cylinder might be
Frozen up.
frozen.
You want to bring it over? I can think around with it.
Yeah, I was just saying, could you take a look and tell me if it's shot?
Sure. I've saved a lot of them. I just pull it, if it's a flathead like a Briggs and Stratton, I just pull the head off and fill it full of transmission fluid for a few days. And then a rubber mallet to kind of jiggle around the piston.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking might happen.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Anytime you want to bring it over, I'll get you taken care of. Hoo-yah. All right, guys, we're back. That was a gentleman next door, real nice guy. He's got a lot of power with some of these businesses up and down on my road here. And he owns quite a few businesses, so definitely one of those, American dream type things. If he wanted to make something happen, it seems like he did. That's pretty cool. Love when people have good success like that. I'm self-employed in California. I'll never be successful. But if at the end of the day I can put a porterhouse on my plate, that's good enough. Cold beer in the fridge is just a cherry on top. Just a couple more wires to put on this side. Money bell ringing. Man, it's always that. There's a couple more wires to go. probably the least fun position I've been in all day, I'll tell you. Just a couple more wires on the car side to do. And I tell you, when I was 15, 18 years old, this position was a lot easier. The car is up on jack stands right now, so that's definitely not helping. Ow. All right. Okay, our wires are crowned. So I guess now I'm going to plug in the battery of the car and start poking the wires in there. Always leave a battery post loose. That way, in case there is some kind of short, you can reach over and pop that cable off. All right, so now we're going to cut all these, get all these stripped. And then we can start crimping these wires on one by one. Luckily, they seem like they're all the same color. So that shouldn't be too bad. You know, we got orange with orange, white with the blue trays, two white with the blue trays. All that good jazz. The only question I have is I have one yellow wire on the new turn signal switch, and it appears to be a tan, almost brown on the car, but that's the only odd wire out. So fuck it, we're just gonna crimp it, and hopefully it works. The rest of them are all quite identifiable. Now we're gonna give all these a little twisty-do on the end. And hopefully, in about 10 minutes, we got blinkers. And I could get the steering wheel back on her. And then all that leaves us is the power steering problem. This car is ready for a bath and to go home. Ugh. Let's get you guys to a little better of a spot here to see what kind of tomfoolery I've got going on. Do. All right. I am ready to suffer again. I'm suffering. I suffer from my builds. Ugh. Okay, so let's start with Oh, that butt connector came right off. I don't think I had that one very good. I'm going to strip a little bit more of it off. All right, we got more strippage. Hopefully that's the only one to come off. Let me grab one more butt connector. I've only got 2 left. All right, let's put a butt connector back on this green wire with a white trace. Okay, green with a white trace. Okay, there's 1 out of 8. I'm going to go ahead and lube these things up, by the way. These things are just really sticking right now. Money bell. The money bell's ringing.
Bench motors guy here. Oh boy.
Yeah, let me let me do some digging here in a while, see if I can find it online, and I'll communicate with that with my findings here in a few hours. Yeah, I'm gonna try to search. I'm gonna scour anywhere I can get one. That way I can get the car to you before August night. Exactly. Yeah. Ten four. I'll give you a jingle in a few hours. Well, guys, it appears that steering ram is not available anywhere. So I'm going to scour the internet, see where I can find one in a while after I make sure that these blinkers work. Let's see. Next color, we got straight blue. So we're going to take our blue and put it in there. All right. White with a blue trace. And we got our white with a blue trace. Okay, this one here is green with an orange trace. And we got green with an orange trace. And then we've got orange with a blue trace. This orange wire does not have a trace, but it's the only orange wire. So I guess we'll just hope for the best. Okay, we got a big wire, blue with a white trace. I got a big blue wire with a white trace. And then we got a straight green. I'm sorry, it's green with a white trace, which I have right here. Last and final is that odd kind of tan one. And we're just going to stab it in there with the yellow. All right. So, do we have blinkers, or do I get to do this all over again? The turn signal arm is bent, so that's why you see me kind of wallowing around here, trying to thread it in. Okay, I've got the right blinker on. Okay, we got a right blinker in the rear and a right blinker in the front. So now we're doing a left turn. We've got a left turn. And do we have a left turn back here? Hell yeah, we do. But we don't have any. Okay, good. We got a left turn on the dash over there. But no blinking bulb on this side. Oh, and you know what? I should check to see if we have any horn. Yay! The sparks are kind of fun to watch. Look at that show. Whee! Okay, well, that was annoying enough. All right. Oh, I almost just pulled down my shelf here. I forgot the door was bungee corded. That could have been terrible. What's going on, Kaput? What we've got going on is just finishing the blinker switch on this car, having fun with the horn button, making some sparks. And next, I got to go online and try to find a steering ram because the goodie was leaking pretty good. Just a regular old Mustang here, V8 car, nothing too elaborate, but still a pretty decent car. Love the wheels, man. The wheels are just sweet. Oh, no shit, huh? Rock Auto? I don't think I've ever bought from them before. I know of them, of course. Excellent. Well, once I get done with my my live here, I think I'll be going on Rock Auto. I appreciate that, car guy, man. That's a big help. So I'm assuming that they probably ship pretty quick. That is awesome. You're hired. Yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, I called like AutoZone, O'Reilly's, and Reeves today, and no one had anything. I did not even think about Rock Auto. That's awesome. I appreciate that greatly. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully the shipping doesn't take too long. I'd like to have my spot back. Get this car out of here and get something else in that's making money. So hopefully I could like maybe see if they do like 2-day priority mail or what have you. That's good to hear. Good to hear they fixed it relatively quick. Whatever the error was. That's real nice. Okay, so that's not too bad. Just strictly exclusively online. Which, I mean, luckily for these Mustangs, I think the steering ram's the same from 64.5 to like what, 69 maybe. So pretty identifiable. Well, Kaput, you definitely got me beat there, man. I don't know shit about washing machines. Do you repair them or something, or just play around with them as a hobby? You always put fun things inside them. Cinder blocks, frying pans. Didn't one guy try to like sous vide like a steak or something in his washer and dryer? I think I remember seeing something about that on YouTube. All right. Well, at least the blinker switch is done. That was painful on the back. An enthusiast. Okay, that's cool. I do. I couldn't tell you who made it. If it were up to me, I'd have one of the old school ones that are still gasoline powered by Maytag, and you'd run the exhaust through the wall. Kickstart, 2-cylinder. I think that was circa like, well, you probably know better than I do, but yeah, I think those gas-powered washing machine engines, they were what, mid-30s, late 20s. I had a Maytag twin and restored it, and man, it just ran great. Okay, well, I guess it's almost time to maybe start reorienting myself on that Chevrolet truck outside for the motor swappage. Still waiting on a few gaskets, but there's a few things I could do underneath it, like button up the exhaust. I got to check out to see if they did the torque converter right, see if they did the oil pan right. And I got to see if they have a starter for it. They brought me everything so far, but no starter. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore. Just for a little fun thing, I used to restore old tools, like this old key cutter here, and it was always kind of fun. I don't even think I have any pictures of it on my phone, but I think they came in 1-cylinder and 2-cylinder variants for Maytag washing machines, and it was a kickstart. It was just mounted to like a huge cutting board. Yeah, no, it's as soon as my live's over, I'm gonna go ahead and order it. I gotta order it today for sure. Luckily, the guy's not in too big of a hurry, but I'd like him to take the car. Luckily, he's not leaving for Hot August Nights till Thursday of next week, so we do have some time. But I think at this point, he's not going to take the Mustang. But he does have a really cool '73 Dodge van, lake pipes, slot mags. It's yellow. Got a huge mural all across the side. It's pretty cool. Definitely an old street van from the 70s. Okay, I didn't know you could set up an account on there. Like I said, I've never bought from there before. But Yeah, because I know they sell all like the new car stuff, right? Like, 2003 Honda parts, stuff like that. So I should definitely do an online. I can keep a card, I'm assuming, on file with them. Yeah, I'll do that today, man. That'd be great. Yeah, I'll probably turn off my live stream here in like 2 minutes. Go on to Rock Auto, get that part ordered. And then once I go back outside for the Chevrolet truck, I'll turn on the live stream and hook up the exhaust and starter and all that good stuff. Ah, okay. I do have a PayPal. I'm not sure how to use it, but I've got an eBay account. I think I can figure it out. Man, like I said, I am so not tech savvy. Like I get in my girlfriend's car, 100-degree day, and I'll be driving along and she'll reach over and put on the air conditioning. I'm like, oh yeah, shit, your car has that. That's right. Reaching for the crank on the window, but nope, she's got those power windows. Yeah, in fact, let's see here. Just to show you where I am as far as tech goes. I just recently got some good 8-tracks, man. We got AC/DC. We got all the good ones. I got about 300 or 400 more at home. Several of my cars still play 8-tracks. Oh yeah, man, that's a good one there. Perfect, yeah. My customer, I legally have to call them and tell them what the prices are. And I'm allowed, in California, I think I'm allowed 10% plus or minus of my estimate, parts and labor. So anytime an estimate has to be raised more than 10%, I give him a call and he knows that we're looking for a Ram. He got a price already at the local Mustang place he went to, but they're a week and a half out. And almost $300 for the Ram and another $134 for the hoses. So I'm sure I can still make my markup, order it from Rock Auto. It's, he walks out a little bit cheaper and I still make my money. Damn, 183? Okay, so yeah. That means I can sell it to him for $250. He saves $50. I make 70. No shit. Okay, yeah. Well, then in about 1 minute here, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel my live stream. I've got this computer here, but it's like a 15-year-old Dell, and it just does not work. So I haven't even powered that thing on. But yeah, I got to quit the live stream, use my phone to order that. And I'm sure their shipping's going to be quicker than a week and a half. And if not, no big deal. He still saves money, and we know we're getting parts. I appreciate you checking that out and telling me that, man. That's a huge help. I'm gonna go on there in about 1 minute. Two to 3 days? Damn. That's wicked. Well, in case I can't figure out my PayPal, because I know that place is probably plenty trustworthy, I'm going to get my wallet. Oh, yeah. Man, this thing's been just driving and running like a dream. My glove box is a cardboard box. Yeah, maybe this weekend I'll do a live stream of getting this thing all polished. Take some aluminum polish to my blower scoop and my fuel tank. Oh shit, even 5 days is fine. Like you said, the earlier I order it, the better off I'm gonna be here. It is the Scrapmobile. Started out life as a 4x4 box tube fence post, and see the metal roof and the metal walls. Next door to me is the company that made this building about 50 years ago, and that's all the cutoffs from their dumpster. Been a good car, 40 miles to the gallon, fastest gasoline car in town. I think it's all right. Well, I appreciate you guys joining me. I got to go on to Rock Auto. Thank you very much to ICT Car Guy for seeing that and telling me about it. Big help, man. I appreciate it greatly. And I'll be back live in probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on if I go out to lunch and the hobby store to get some brushless motor set up. So I will see you guys shortly. Thanks again, Car Guy. Massive help, man. I appreciate it. Back soon. Yeah.